Now to continue with our stereo, we're going to get more into the navigation portion of things. So while you have a lot of options in setup, to save on time and confusion again, we're going to touch on the things we're going to use on more of a regular basis. And so what that includes is our navigation setup. So navigation setup allows us to have various options. So if we click route calculation, this is a fantastic GPS system in this bike. I have it on my personal bike and I really do enjoy it. And the more you use it, the more it's going to become natural to operate most of the functions on here. Now with our route calculation, we can determine whether we want the most scenic route, the fastest route, the shortest route, twistiest route. We can have it do a round trip if we would like to. We can also click and select our avoidances. So during our regular route calculation, if we want to avoid the highways, toll roads, ferries, any of the above, we can select that and it will go ahead and do that for us. All right. And you can change those at any time prior to your calculation. Now on our appearance, it allows us, we can have point of interest icons if we want those. We can select 2D map or 3D map. Heading up and north up determines on your screen, do you constantly want to have your arrow heading north so it's easier to determine your left and right hand turn signals, or north up, so north is always the top of your screen and you're going in whichever direction across that. I find it's easier to do heading up. I always suggest turning on next street. It's going to give an indication on what your next turn will be before you get to it, so you can plan for that. You have lane guidance as well, you can turn on and off. You can also determine if you want left and right hand data field and what preference you would like to have in there as well. And we'll get into that in a minute. Signpost and motorcycle icon. So motorcycle icon allows us to select the icon that our navigation is. So for instance, Electroglide, we're going to get to that in a minute and show you what that is. Now you have a lot of options on here. Again, it's in your infotainment owner's manual, but there's a lot of great things. These are the rear controls to shut off the passenger controls here on the bike, as well as go through some different options we have. But again, we're going to stick with navigation for this system. I tap the nav button. Now the nav, as well as Bluetooth, does take about 60 to 90 seconds to load up on the bike once the system comes on. It's loading those maps, similar like a computer booting up. This is our navigation home screen. This is our map. Strictly shows us the map. We can watch it all times. There's our Electroglide icon right there. We can one-touch our FM and go back to our FM station there just by doing that, and I can tap back into nav by tapping the nav button. I can also do that with my joysticks, but again, we're going to use hand controls to save on time and confusion. I have my zoom in and my zoom out right here, and these are my option menu right here. So if I tap that, that'll allow me to adjust my options for this trip and for the screen we're on. We can do a trip summary after we do a trip. What that will do is, go ahead and click that. That'll give you how many stops you did, how long you're on route. It'll also give you your estimated miles per gallon as well as average speed. So a really nice thing at the end of the trip to check your diagnostics. Moving forward, we can watch our compass. We can record a trip, maybe something we want to save from down the road. And your other options are right on here. Okay? It's also the only way we can stop a trip that we are currently on. If we want to end a route early, we have to click this icon and stop will be at the top of the screen, and we can tap that. Otherwise, that nav trip will constantly be on. So going back to our nav screen, we have points of interest here, which we can search for a point of interest. We have dealerships. All the dealerships in the United States and Canada are preloaded. And it'll tap the closest one you want to go to and it'll take you there. We have recents. We have emergency locations. So we can click and it'll take us to the closest hospital, police, or fire department depending on our selection. And where to. So where to, we can save our home address, which we most certainly do. Also, if we have addresses saved in our phone book, we can pull those up. But for this instance, we're going to go ahead and just enter in an address. So if we want to enter in an address, we want to start at the bottom and work our way up. So USA, okay. Vermont, sure. If we're traveling in a different state or heading to a different location, we want to make sure we alter that first. Then we want to enter our zip code. So for this instance, we're going to head to Wilkins Harley-Davidson. It's going to load up our town. Now we're going to hit street. If it pulls up the option you want to have, just click OK. And then make your selection, Southbury Road. Then enter in the number. Now we click OK.
The route is being calculated.
Once the route is calculated, we can click Go, or we can also save it as home by clicking our option button here. We can save it as any calculation. We can pre-see the route. We can look at the route calculation. We can export it to a flash drive. We can simulate the route and go right through the different options we have.
The route is being calculated.
If I select the route,
you have reached your destination on the right.
So being now we're at Wilkins Harley, it's going to do that, but this is going to be, for instance, pull up the screen and give you your options. Then up here, if we're still on route, we can click stop. Being that we're at the location, it pre-ends it. So in a nutshell, that's your navigation menu. If you have questions on that, please let me know. 802-476-6104. Or you can email me, Paul. I'm always happy to help, and I can walk you through any other questions you have. You learning this system takes time, and in my opinion, one of the best things you can do is plug it into a battery tender, sit on the motorcycle, and go ahead and just start to use the features on it. It's gonna come more natural the more you do that, and as well, the bike does a lot of great things. Take your time, learn it, understand it, use your owner's manuals and your booklets as reference, but also use me. That's what I'm here to do. Again, it's John Sargent at Wilkins Harley, 802-476-6104. We're located at 663 Southbury Road in Barrie, Vermont, 05641, and been fulfilling dreams for nearly 70 years now. All right, thank you very much.